Sorry about that.
So from here, we're going to heel toe the feet back out, hip distance apart. We're going to bring the knees gently together and gently bring both knees over to the left. Now it's a little spinal twist. I don't want you to have them too wide or on top of one another. It's just you should feel a gentle twist into the torso and into the lower back. Breathe in. And on the exhale, bring the knees back to center and gently bring the knees over to the right. Breathe in. Exhale to center. Inhale. Exhale, release. To the left. Inhale, hold. Exhale, lift it up to the ceiling. One more. To the right. Inhale. Exhale to the right. Inhale, hold. Exhale to center. We're going to reach the right arm up and over. We're going to roll over to our right side, left hand on the floor in front of your heart. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, push the floor away, bringing you up into a seated position. Now we have our foam blocks, a little soft block. You want to? So when you roll over to your side, that's the safest way to come up from here. Because if you go like this, you can hurt your back. Okay, so we do it on the safe way. So I can grab thanks Olivia. So we grab our foam block and we sit at the very edge of the foam block. Is that okay? With our legs crossed in Sukhasana or our legs out straight. Whatever feels comfortable for you. So sitting up nice and tall, we've already engaged our core, so we engage it again. It's now awake. The little flame is starting to get bigger. Crowning the head to the ceiling, and we're going to nod our head low. From right to left. Just warming up the neck muscles. And then back to center. We're going to drop our chin to our chest. And then lift the chin to the ceiling. So nodding our head, yes. Chin nice and slow, slower than the nodding. From no. And chin to the ceiling. One more. Chin to the chest, relax the shoulders, and then lift it to the ceiling. Back to center. Drop your right earlobe to your right shoulder. And don't forget to keep breathing. So we've worked our breath from lying on our backs from the very start of the class. Continue to keep that engagement of the breath in through the nose, slow and steady, and out through the nose. Good, back to center. Now a big circle with the shoulders. So we want to bring the shoulders forward, up, back, squeezing the shoulder blades together, and down. That's it. So we're just not rolling the shoulders. We're doing a big, big circle of the shoulders. That's it. Good. Really engaging the joint of the shoulder and the rotator cuff. That's it. One more. Good. We're going to take both arms out straight. Turn the palms and bend the elbows. Bring the forearms together. So this is optional. So you're going to take the right over the left. Right arm over the left. For some of you, you can wrap them the whole way around, and if that is not possible, you just bring the backs of the hands together and squeeze. So even if you bring them the whole way around, you're squeezing them together, holding onto the hands or the back of the hands. Then we're going to lift, 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 lift towards the ceiling, squeeze the belly in, and then we're going to bring the elbows into the belly, rounding our shoulders, space between the shoulder blades. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. Garudasana arms, eagle arms. Exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, lift, 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 lift. Exhale, elbows in. So we're stretching the backs of the shoulders. Back to center and unravel. Release, open out wide, so we're opening up our chest. And if you're hitting a window, then you can do cactus arms. So options are your neighbor or the window. Cactus is the exact same thing. So we're going to do the same on the other side. So bring the arms together, palms facing, bend to the elbows. This time the left goes over the right. Left goes over the right. On one side maybe a little bit tighter than the other. Wrap it all the way around or bring the backs of the arms together. Inhale, lift, lift, lift. Exhale, elbows into the belly. Inhale. Exhale. to center. Unravel cactus or straight arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades back, opening up the heart, opening up the chest. Good. And release. Good. We're going to take the right over the left and give ourselves a hug. Hug, hug, hug. Good. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, forward. Release. Coming back to center. Cactus arms. Squeeze the heart forward. Shoulder blades back. And then other side. Left on top of right. Inhale, lift the heart. Squeeze the belly in. Exhale, forward. Inhale, rise up. Open the arms, cactus. Working these shoulders, working these arms. Good. Now inhale. And exhale, you're going to take the right arm all the way down to the floor. Right arm down to the floor. Now the right hand is on pronged fingers on your fingertips. If you can't reach the floor comfortably, you can place a block underneath your bottom hand. And then the top hand is going to go for a side stretch. Side stretch. So now you should feel a stretch from your armpit to your waist. Try not to lift the sit bone. Keep both sit bones pressed down. And do you see that right shoulder? We don't want to hug it into the ear. We want to bring that shoulder back and down. That's it. That's it. Breathe in. Breathe out. Other side. So now the left goes down, right goes up. Now breathe in. Lift out of your sit bones first, and then do the side stretch. Now remember your bottom shoulder. Don't hunch it to the ear. Bring it back and down. That's it. Breathe into the side ribs as you're stretching, creating space between your waist and your armpit. One more breath. Breathe in. Breathe out. All the way back to center. Now I'm going to go for a little twist. We're going to move all the way over to your right. So one shoulder's going to go back and one shoulder's going to go forward. And we're going to just bring our hands to the floor. So it's not an intense twist. We're using our core and the action in our belly to do the rotation. Inhale. I want you to sit up tall in the rotation. And then on the exhale, see if you can take your right shoulder back a little bit more on the exhale. So the inhale, you sit up tall in the twist, lengthen the spine, and on the exhale, you rotate. One last time. Inhale, sit up tall. And this time we're going to rotate all the way through center to the other side. So inhale, you're sitting up tall in the twist, lengthen the spine, and then on the exhale, you're talking micro movements with the left shoulder rotating back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, rotate. One more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, coming back to center. Now we're going to swing the feet out and come onto our hands and our knees. Now, if you have your knee pad, this is a good time to place your knee pad underneath the knees. There's one left. Grab it. You're okay. So you've got your knee pads. Place them underneath your knees. And I want you to stack your shoulders above your wrists and ensure that your hips are stacked above your knees. So we want a nice long spine here before we start our cat-cow. So from here, we're going to tilt the tailbone up, and that action will make the belly button go down. So I'll just turn to the side to show. So we start in a neutral tabletop, and we're going to tilt the tailbone up, the lumbar spine goes down, and we lift our head, lift our gaze, spreading our collarbone, spreading our chest, opening up the heart. On the exhale, we then tilt the tailbone down and underneath. The chin comes in, pushing the heart up to the ceiling. Keep going. Inhale. For cow. Drop the belly button down. Tailbone up. And on the exhale, round. Chin comes in, tailbone comes in. Inhale. Tailbone up, head up. Belly button down. Warming up the spine. Exhale, spreading the hands. Ensuring the knuckles are engaged to the mat. And the thumbs, the four fingers, not just maybe lift the hands. So keep moving through your spine as you breathe in and out. One last one before we come back to neutral. And when we come back to neutral, we want to try and do a full circle with our torso, our spine, engaging our hips. So we're going to bring the hips over to the right, then go into your cow, dropping the belly button down, then take the hips in cow over to the left, and then start to tuck, coming into cat on the left, bring out the hips over to the right in cat, and then drop the belly button down. So it's a full circle, moving through the spine. And close your eyes and just try and visualize, I suppose, your bum making a circle. And then how it ripples through the rest of your spine and your torso. And even invite your head to make that circle as well. So, and then once you've done 3 in one direction, try to do it in the opposite direction. Taking the hips over to the left, dropping the belly button down, and then keeping that motion in the spine as you sway over to the right. And then tuck right in your arch. So we're keeping our arms still throughout, all the actions in the pelvis and the spine. Feels a little bit funny when we haven't done it before. And then come back to neutral, sit back onto our heels, a little stretch. Dormouse pose, stretching the arms, lowering the head, taking a breath. One more, inhale. And on the exhale, walk the hands to you. Bring your body up to a kneeling position, and then just circle the wrists. Because when we give birth, the wrist can get agitated, and then shake it out. Okay, we're coming back to our tabletop position. So I'm going to give options here. So we're coming into tabletop position to then go into half plank. So to come into half plank, we then need to bring our hands further forward to the front of your mat, and then bring the rest of your body forward. So once again, the shoulders are stacked above the wrists. You're engaging your core a lot, and you're not sinking these hips, so it doesn't look like this, okay? So this is nice and secure and lifted. Now, if that's too much, you stay back in tabletop position. What we're going to do here is we're going to bend those elbows not away from one another. We're going to bring the elbows back, just a micro bend to the back of your mat, and then straighten. So you're not bringing your hips back, you're just keeping the hips nice and sturdy and strong. You're bending the elbows and then straighten. So a little press up for a yoga. Elbows in, tuck those elbows in, and bring the shoulders away from your ears. So hence why we warm those shoulders up. That's it. Now if you're in tabletop position, you're still just bending the elbows towards the back of your mat and then straightening. You're still keeping the form of the table. 2 more. You're doing amazing. Bend in and up. 1 more. In, hug, hug, hug. And up. Good. Sit back onto your heels. Give your arms a little shake. Shake, shake, shake. Your wrists and your arms. Circle the shoulders. So I'm just going to demonstrate that 1 more time, because just in case there's a little bit of uncertainty. When you come forward, a few things. So when we bend those elbows, we don't want this to happen, okay? Because then the engagement is away from the shoulders and the core. If it is too much, keeping your core engaged and keeping that strong while you bend, it's just a micro bend, and I'm squeezing my belly in super strong here to keep that form. Come back to the tabletop. Now in tabletop, it's the same idea. It's not this, okay? It's this. You're keeping your form, you're engaging your belly, but you don't have the whole weight on your shoulders coming forward, okay? Can we give it another try? Just to make sure we've got the form. Now, one other thing as well, try not to have this. Because what's going to happen is you're going to strain your wrists. You're going to strain your wrists, okay? So when you do this, you're pulling on the wrist. They're going to eventually, they may not hurt now, but they will eventually if you keep keeping that muscle memory in the body, okay? So if you find that you just cannot hug those elbows in and you cannot bend them back parallel to one another, then take your arms out wide and then do your elbows going out for now until you build strength, okay? So just know that you have that option. If you know that those elbows will not hug in, rather than straining those wrists, take your arms out and do the traditional press up, okay? So, hands forward or stay in the table. If you're rocking your body forward, don't collapse the hips, keep the hips up, engage the core a lot. Micro bend, hug those in, and then push straight in. Spreading the fingers out wide as best you can. That's it. That's it, Teresa. Let me have a look. So take them out wide there, Claire. That's it. And then you do your wide elbows. There you go. Good. Don't collapse the belly. Keep the belly nice and strong. Try not to bring the hips back, Maria. So you're just bending the elbows. One more. Let me see it, Olivia. Good. And push up. Good. Now sit back on your heels. Just give your arms a little break. So yoga press up, which is essentially called chaturanga. So chaturanga is from plank to here. Okay? So that's a yoga press up. So we're building strength in our arms. It's this muscle here. It's the tricep muscle. And then this is your bicep muscle. So you're engaging biceps when you're doing the traditional press up and triceps when you're doing the yoga press up. Okay? Takes a lot of work. Takes practice to do it every day. So now, which leads, so once we're building our strength in our triceps, then that will help us lift, hold, plank. Okay? So we're going to try that next. So firstly, we're going to go back into our tabletop position. Take the right leg out behind. We want to warm up our toes. Make sure your toes are on the mat rather than the floor. Because when you rock back and forth, you do tend to slip, particularly if you're wearing socks. So make sure your toes are on the floor, and we're going to use the heel and the ball of the foot to rock our body forward and back. So working through our toes, warming up the toes, that's it. Keeping the right leg straight and the left toes tucked under. One more time, forward and back. And then place that right knee down, other side. Left leg extends, toes on the mat, and then rock your body forward and back. Keep breathing in and out. One more. Now, you have options here as well. We can take full plank with the right leg going out, tucking the toes under, and then taking the left leg out, toes tucked under. Lift the knees, squeeze the thighs. If it's too much, you just drop your knees in the same form as your yoga press up. Now don't collapse those hips. Keep the hips in line with your shoulders. Now in this plank, I want you to tuck your tailbone in, like we did in cat. Tuck it in. Yeah. And I want you to spread your shoulder blades. So that's made a huge difference. Spread your shoulder blades. So to do that, you push your heart up to the spine. Push your heart up. No, not your head. Your heart. That's it. Tuck in your tailbone. Draw the navel in. Keep breathing. Push your heart. Push your heart. No, heart to me. To me, to me. Yes, yes. Tuck in a wee bit more. Tuck, tuck, tuck. Yes, I know. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Doing amazing. And then drop your knees. Take a little step back. Take a little step back. Good. So, plank is one of the best strong poses to do to strengthen your whole body. So when you get out of bed in the morning, forget about the coffee, forget about the husband, forget about the animals. You get into plank, okay? So you have your rug in your room, or a yoga mat, even better, and get in the plank. Put a little timer on your phone for 1 minute, okay? This is every day until next week, okay? That's your homework, okay? So me and my son, I did the flow class with the children. I always do like an easier version for them. And in the flow class we had the stick position, which is the same as plank, only using the forearms. So he's like, oh mommy, I can do it longer than you. So we timed each other. So I did it for 2 minutes and 35 seconds, or no, 50 seconds. And he did it for 1 minute, 51 seconds. So I was like, I won. You have to get stronger. I wasn't going to let him win. So if my 7-year-old can hold for 1 minute and 51 seconds, you can do a minute, okay? So come back into your tabletop position. Take your right leg out behind. Take your left leg out behind. Plank. Now, if you find this easy, because I know you do, okay? Take your weight to your left foot and take your right toes away for a second. Breathe in, breathe out, lower the right toes. Keep the legs straight. Take the weight to the right toes, lift the left toes away. Breathe in and release. One more time each side. Breathe in, lift the right. Hold and lower. Breathe in, lift the left. Good, and lower. Bring the knees to the mat. Well done, well done. So lifting one leg at a time really engages the core, really engages each side of the core to fire up, okay? So come on to your extra padding for your knees. Come onto your knees. I'm going to step up with your right foot. So this is a 90-90 lunge. 90 degree, 90 degree. Okay, good. Good. Hands go onto your waist, and then we're going to reach the arms up and circle for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. On the last one, keep them up. Open up into cactus, and then squeeze the heart forward, squeeze the shoulders back, tuck in the tailbone, lift your gaze. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Good. Opening up the heart, opening up the shoulders. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the out breath, take your hands to your blocks. So if you have your 2 blocks either side of your right foot. Okay, so you've got your low lunge position. Take your hands to your 2 blocks. Tuck the toes of your left foot under. And lift your knee away from the floor. This is a high lunge. Lift your knee away from the floor. If it's too much, keep the knee on the floor. Lifting the knee off the floor. This is high lunge. And then drop the knee to the mat and lift. Drop the knee to the mat. Engage your core and lift. So this, we're going to do 3 more of this. Now it's an option. When you lift your knee away from the floor, take your hands. Option, okay? And then drop your knee back. Lift your knee, take your hands back, place your hands on the blocks, lower your knee one more time. Lift the knee, ground into the right big toe. Lift your hands, good. Hands to the blocks, place the knee back down, good. Then we're going to slide that right foot back. We're going to change sides. Hands to your waist, sitting up tall and kneeling up tall. 90-90 with your left. Circle the arms for 5, 4, breathe, 3, 2, 1. Cactus arms. Lift the heart, squeeze, and maybe this time you can even lift your gaze. But this is little balance, so really press into that left foot. Breathe in, and on the out breath, hands to the ceiling, and then hands to your blocks. Hands to your blocks. Tuck the toes of the back foot under. Engage your core a lot. Lift the back knee off the floor into runner's lunge or high lunge. That's it. And then lower the knee. So now your hands are on the blocks. You know what's coming next. Again, it's option. One side can be stronger than the other. Grind into the left big toe. Lift the back knee. And test. Hands. Maybe even one hand. Hands come back down. Drop the knee. 3 more. Lift. Hands engage the belly. Hands to the blocks. Drop the knee. 2 more. Lift. Your blocks are there. You can keep your hands on them. And then last one. Lift the knee. Hands away. Squeeze the heart. Beautiful. And lower. Fantastic, ladies. Take the blocks to one side. And then we're going to step up onto our feet. So take your knee pad to one side as well. Good. Slowly coming up. And onto our feet. Hands to our waist. We're going to rise up, so feet hip distance apart, toes and ankles, rise up into the balls of our feet. And then we're going to lower our left heel down. So lower our left and keep the right heel lifted and bend the right knee. So lift and change. Lower the right, keep the left heel. Lift and change. Lift, change. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Rise up, reach the arms up, hold the balance, squeeze the belly in, tuck in the tailbone, lift the knees, squeeze the thigh muscles. 1 more breath, breathe in. And as you exhale, slowly lower. Now we're going to swoop these arms back and it's called a half lift or swan dive, bringing the arms back. So our spine is nice and long and our legs are straight. Our legs are straight. Take your hands to your waist and I want you just to bend your right knee, staying in the form of the half lift. Bend the right knee. Now what that will do is it will intensify the stretch along the back of the left leg. So I want you to breathe into the left leg and stretch. This is super good for stretching your hamstrings. Staying in the form of the half lift with a nice straight spine. Breathe in, breathe out. Keep that form in the legs, right knee bent, left leg straight, and lift your torso back, standing. Good. Rise up into the balls of both feet. Reach the arms to the ceiling. Belly in, engage that core. Breathe in. And as you lower the heels, you're going to swoop the arms back into our swan dive or our half lift. Swoop the arms back, both legs straight, your spine is straight. Then take your hands to your waist. Bend the left knee. Keep the right leg straight. Keep the right straight. That's it. Now breathe into the back of the right leg. Breathe into the back of the right leg. One more. Inhale. And on the exhale, keep the form in the legs, don't change, and lift the torso all the way back up to standing. Good. Now keep the feet hip distance apart, the leg, and come to the front of your mat. And I want you to sit down into our chair. So now we're bending both knees. I want you to bring the knees in line with the hips, in line with your feet. Okay. The weight should be on your heels as opposed to your front of your feet. The weight should be on your heels. Take your hands to your waist to begin with, so you're sitting on your comfy chair. You've tilted your torso forward, but we still have that open heart. We're not rounding your shoulders, hiding our heart. And then when you're ready, you can keep your hands on your waist or take your arms towards the ceiling. Palms facing one another, shoulder distance apart. And you can test yourself or stay where you are. Can you sit a little bit lower on your lovely comfy chair? Squeeze in the tush. Heels engaged, pressed into the mat. Lift your gaze, draw the navel in a lot. One more breath, breathe in. And on the exhale, take your hands to your waist, stay in the form of chair. Take the weight over to the left foot and slide that right leg back. Slide it back just along your mat. Nice long line of the right leg. You're going to lift it away from the floor and tap for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide it all the way back. Stay in the chair, stay in form. Take the weight to the right foot. Lift the left heel. Slide it to the back. Lift it away from the floor. Squeeze the belly in a lot. And tap for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slide it all the way back. Stay in chair. And then straighten. Okay, good. Come to the front of your mat. I have such a thrill when I come up with all these. Oh yes, that's going to work. Yes. Okay, come to the front of the mat. So I am kind of set like that. So we're going to take the step back with our right leg onto the ball of the right foot. So we've warmed up our feet. This should be nice and springy. Left foot is flat on your mat and you're engaging the left big toe. So we're coming into Warrior 2. We've done this over and over. So make sure left knee doesn't move between 2 brick walls. We're moving the right hip, right knee, right shoulder over to the right. We're going to rotate round and down with that right heel. So when you look back at your toes, they're rotated roughly 30-45 degrees. Good. Our hips are in opposite direction. So we want that right hip to be back and that left hip to be going to the front of your mat. Tuck in your tailbone and your belly and then release your arms. Rotate your nose to the left and look at your left fingernail. Left middle fingernail. Good. So we want the bend into that right knee. So have a quick peek. Make sure when you move to the right that your left knee doesn't go to the right too. Keep opening and opening and opening. So you need to ground into the heel, back into that heel. Press it into the mat. Good. Breathe. Beautiful, ladies. Even more. Press into here. Outside corner. And then now keep that knee open. One more breath. And then from here, we're reversing. So rotate the left palm up to the ceiling. Keep the back leg straight and tilt the body up and over. Taking that left hand to the ceiling. Keep that left knee bent. We're strengthening our quad. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the exhale, we're taking either the elbow of the left elbow or the left hand to the left thigh. So this is an option. Hand to the thigh or elbow to the thigh. Coming forward. And then the right hand shoots up and over the head or to the ceiling. Parsvarkanasana. side angle stretch. Breathe. One more. Inhale. And on the exhale, rotate the body through warrior two. We're keeping that left knee bent, back leg straight. Take your hands to your waist. Lift the back heel away from the floor, rotating the right hip forward. And then lean into that left foot and leg. And a big step up, or a little step, depending on your mobility. We're going to go the other side. We're stepping back with the left. Bend into that right, between two walls. So, engage the foot. Outside edge, inside edge of the heel, outside edge of the ball, inside edge. Press it into the mat. Fire up the right glute to hold the position, and then open. Left shoulder, left hip, left heel. Once you're in position, look down at your knee, make sure you're keeping it open, and then open up the arms. Good. Rotate the nose to the right, and look at your left middle fingernail. Now everybody take a deep breath in from the pit of your stomach, and as you exhale, don't drop your arms, but drop your shoulders 44 inches. Good. I didn't see anybody's beautiful necks. Beautiful. Now, tuck in that tailbone. Press the four corners of the feet into the mat. Squeeze the glute, because that's the one that's helping hold the stance. And then from here, left palm goes to the left thigh, right palm rotates to the ceiling, and then reach it up, lift out of your hips. Keep that right knee bent, keep it bent. Breathe in and breathe out. Come through warrior two, hands to your waist, lift the back heel, rotate back around to the front, lean into the right. Option is wee steps or the little big step. That's it, shake it out. Oh gosh, I'm at the top of the class. See, nobody else. What? See that? Monica's paying attention. I knew I didn't want to see. My body feels uneven. Thank you. I can forget it. Okay, so let's do it because we have to even the score on one side. So the left foot goes back to our warrior two. Well done. And then open up into warrior two. Then we take the hand or the elbow to the thigh, and then to the right. So we're going to the right this time. What we want also on this, I should have mentioned on the other side, is the ribs not to collapse. So you're not leaning if you're using your elbow or even the hand. You're not taking the shoulder to the ear. You're lifting the ribs up and away from the body. So the right ribs is away from your right side, and your either the hand, that's it, and then this is coming up and over. This is power rocking. That's it. And then your left ribs is going up towards the ceiling. Good, beautiful. So glad we did it now. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the exhalation, rotate back to warrior two. Hands to your waist. Lift the back heel. Rotate the left hip, left shoulder. Lean forward. And then a big or little step back to the front of your mat. Good. Shake it out. Shake it out. So we're going back to our little squat. Little squat. Weight onto the heels. Reaching the arms up. And then take them to your waist. So we're taking back to our little balanced left foot weight, sliding the right foot back. This time we're going to lift the right leg away, and if you can, straighten the left knee. Straighten the left knee, keeping the hips square so you're not lifting that right hip up. Then with the right leg lifted, it could be an inch or it could be all the way in warrior three, you're going to bend the left and straighten for 5 and straight. 4, keep your balance. 4, 3, and too much, keep the toes down. 2 and 1. Place the right toes down on the mat. Slide the right foot back to your squat. Back to your squat. Take the weight to the right foot. Left foot slides back first. Get your balance. Then lift it away. Depending on your mobility, if you can do warrior 3, do warrior 3. And then straighten the right supporting leg, keeping the hips square, the shoulders square. And then bend the right knee, beautiful. and straighten. A lot of engagement in the core. Bend, keep the knee going over the ankle, don't let it collapse in. 3 more, 3, hips are square, don't allow the left hip to lift. 2, and 1. Good, bring it down to the mat, slide it back to squat, straighten. But yes, do it, because it's challenging, it's not easy. I know your legs are going to feel it in the morning. Okay, we better keep them on moving. So this is where the fun begins with our blocks. We're going to lower all the way down onto our seated position. Everybody grab your one block. It's the little surprise. And then scoot your bum a little bit more further up. Bending your knees, bringing your knees toward your feet towards you. Leaning back, grab your block, hobble your feet. And then, if you can, you're going to either keep your feet low or keep your feet lifted. You're going to dive your block in and over, and you're going to make a figure 8, okay? So that's option 1, and keep going like that. Option 2 is going to increase the intensity, is when you're going underneath one knee, you straighten the other, and then you straighten, and then you straighten. It is optional, you don't have to do it. And keep going for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, brilliant Olivia, 3, 2, 1.5, 1, and 0. Well done. That's not easy. So if you feel like it's too much, then just take your hands underneath and keep the heart lifted. Good. Release the legs down. Take your hands behind your hips. Lean into your hands and then shake out. Good. A little stretch down for our nice warm hamstrings and glutes. We're going to sit up tall. Flex our feet. Legs together, feet together. If it's too much with the legs straight, you can keep the feet flexed, toes to the ceiling, and bend the knees. Okay? Otherwise, with the straight legs, sitting up nice and tall, we're going to bring the heart forward. And normally, sometimes we use the belts and we pull the belts. But if we do that too often, then we're just dependent on the belt to bring us forward rather than our core muscles and our back muscles. Hands either side of the legs, shoulders away from the ears. Flex the toes and fold. That's it. That's it. Now, if any of you can reach your toes without rounding the back, then this is the full position. It's holding onto the toes, lifting the heart, and bringing the heart forward with a straight spine. That's it, Suzanne. But if it means that you're going to do this, forget about the toes. There's no money on them. Breathe. So now we're taking this opportunity to stretch our hamstrings, stretch our quads, our calves, even into the Achilles and the tendons. One more breath, breathe in. And on the exhale, sit up tall. We're going to bend this right knee, bring the heel towards our sit bones. We're going to open up the knee to the right, sole of the foot to the left hand. Now normally this is called Janushirasana, but we're not doing Janushirasana. I'm doing a little version of it. So rather than coming forward over the left leg, we're going to rotate our torso so that we're over the right thigh. Okay, so I'll turn right. So we're leaning over we're looking over our right thigh. And then you're going to place your block, or 2 blocks, depending on your mobility, on the inside of your left leg, keeping your left foot flexed. Okay? So you rotated the torso over the right, then you place the forearm or the hand, depending on your mobility, on the blocks on the inner left leg, and then you're going to side stretch over the left leg. So it's a side stretch as opposed to a forward fold. That's it. So the forearm of the left arm rests on the blocks, or if it's too much, just place your hands. You can take your blocks to the outside of the left leg and place your hands there. So these are options if it's too uncomfortable. That's it. Good. So again, we're creating space from our waist to our armpits. Lots of space in our ribs because our ribs do tend to get sticky. And then it stops the organs being able to function. So then the toxins gather. So now we're allowed space for oxygen and blood to go more freely. Get rid of those toxins. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the exhale, rotate all the way back up to seated. Rotate the torso back around to the front. Lean and take the right leg out. Change in sides. Left foot to the inner right. Now remember, what happens when we're doing a stretch like this is we forget the extended leg, okay? So really important is not to allow that knee or foot to rotate. The tendency in this position is the knee to rotate in. That would have a knock-on effect onto the hip, okay? So you have to engage the foot, flex the toes to ensure that knee doesn't rotate in, okay? So the blocks can go to the inner leg or the outer leg. Forearm or hand, depending on your mobility. Rotate the torso first over the left thigh. Placing the arm wherever feels comfortable for you, and then the left arm comes up and over. Remember to flex the right foot. That's it, beautiful. That's it, Claire, lovely. Trying to keep the right leg straight. Breathe into the other way of abdomen. So you're stretching the left ribs. That's it. So the right arm's down. Okay. So look, if you place your blocks here on your inner right, and then place your right arm on it. That's it. And then the left arm over. That's it. Breathe. One more. You just hold it a wee bit more there for them. And then all the way back to neutral. Take your blocks out of the way. Extend your left leg and just going to turn out properly. And then, if you don't mind, you want to grab your jumpers now. Just one more before relaxation. So just put your jumpers now while you're in the seated position. Taking your blocks from underneath the bed. And then you're going to roll down onto your mat. And we're going to do our bridge that we started the class with, bringing the heels all the way up to your sit bones. Back of the neck is long, back of the head is pressed into the floor, not a block. And then we lift, squeeze the tush, lift the tailbone away from the mat. Coming into our bridge. Squeeze, and maybe on this occasion we can lift our hips even higher by squeezing and engaging the inner adductor leg muscles even more. Relax the shoulders, relax the arms. One more breath. Breathe in. And on the exhale, slowly, slowly roll down through each vertebrae back to our mat. And then take the knees into the chest. Hold it on either underneath the knees or on top of the knees. Lengthen your spine and rock your body from side to side. Back to center. Release your feet to the mat. And then your legs, and I will gather all the bolsters and the pillows. And if you have your blankets, and anybody for a bolster? Monica? Yes, please. Yeah. I'll close those windows by your ears. Then once you find your way down, place your blocks underneath your heels on top of the blocks. That's it. We lie back, I can adjust this. Anybody else for a bolster? Perfect. Okay, good, thank you. So, now we find ourselves in Shavasana. Option is Knees bent, and allow the knees to fold towards one another. Our legs extended. Arms by your sides. Rotate your palms up to the ceiling so that you're open to receive. Breathe in and exhale. Just as we did at the very start of the class, a little grounding breath. Breathe deeply into your nose. Part your lips and sigh out. 2 more just like that. Deeply in through the nose. Part your lips, sigh out. And 1 more. And then close your mouth. Breathe naturally in and out through your nose. Again, connect to your breath. Notice any changes. Notice your body and all its abilities that you have been able to practice this morning. Allow your body now to rest and digest. Allow your body to be still and watch as all the tension evaporates from your body. Notice the weight of your body being fully supported by the floor. And if you find it difficult to set in your mind, repeat the mantra. I am breathing in. I am breathing out. Your awareness to the back of your head and relax the back of your head, sides of your head, top of your head, forehead. Relax your eyebrows, your eyebrow center, eyelids and eyes, nose, nostrils, cheeks, ears. Relax your upper lip, lower lip, unclench your teeth. Remove your tongue from the roof of your mouth. Relax your jaw and your chin, throat and neck, collarbones, chest. Relax your heart, your ribs, front, side and back ribs. Relax your belly button, hips and pelvis, thighs, knees, shins, ankles, tops of your feet. Relax your 10 toes, the soles of your feet, heels, your calves, backs of your knees, hamstrings, buttocks, lower back, middle back, upper back. Relax your shoulder blades, your shoulders, your armpits, your upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, the heel of your hands, your fingers and your thumbs, the back of your hands and the palms of your hands. Every muscle resting, ligaments and tendons, every organ relaxed, and every bone in your body still. What if each day before awakening, 2 angels descend, holding your soul by each arm and placing it delicately in your body? We do not need to walk on water to be alive, and to be here is a miracle. We are energy that can speak. Elect, given a body with a mission to love, be loved, and learn. God has always been a passionate artist, and you, a starry night, framed in skin. Breathe in your own divinity. Follow the ancient scriptures written on your own heart, and begin the pilgrimage to your destiny. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Expansion on your inhale, contraction as you exhale. Bring your awareness to the parts of your body connected to the floor and the space your body takes up on your mat and in the studio and your surroundings. And take your awareness to the sounds, the wind rustling the trees, and any other sound that you can hear externally, then any internal sounds. Taking your awareness to your hands and to your feet, and bringing life into your body. Wiggle your fingers, and wiggle your toes. Then relax. Relax your hands and relax your feet. Engage your tummy a little as you slide your heels one at a time up towards your sit bones. Taking your time, allowing your spine to adjust. And when you're ready, take your knees into your chest, holding onto the tops of your knees, giving them a gentle squeeze, lengthening your spine and rocking your body from side to side. Coming back to center, reach the right arm up and over your head. Roll over onto your right side with your eyes closed and place your left hand on the floor in front of your heart. Stay here for a moment. Take a deep breath in, and on the exhale, push the floor away with your left hand, coming up into a seated position slowly and carefully with your eyes closed. And sitting up tall, bring your hands together and rotate quickly. Place your palms over your eyes and then open your eyes. Squeeze them shut open. Squeeze them shut open. Look up, look down, look to the right, to the left. Rotate clockwise, anti-clockwise, and then close them again behind your palms as you take your hands in prayer with your thumbs touching your heart. Inhale, lengthen your spine, and on the exhale, bow your chin into your chest. Let's take a moment now. Think of a little positive affirmation. Repeat it to yourself. Repeat it again into your heart. And repeat it again for everyone else in your life. Turn the corners of your mouth up to your eyes. Flutter your eyelids open. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Well done. What's your homework?
Planking.
Planking.